I'm a dum-dum because I just set up the screen right on my end, and then I immediately started moving stuff around when I hit start.
Right.
I just set it up to move it around. How goes it? We are back here again on Eternal Invite. This is the
Yeah.
first podcast of the new year. Um, I called myself making a checklist, and I still forgot to open up my chat window, which is important. We're gonna need that.
You tried.
I did. I gotta do it. This is real podcasting right here because I'm just doing shit on air like this is not a real business.
Right. Right.
I'm doing a little test on this chat window because I think I realized later that I was moving some stuff around, and I think our chat has not been getting recorded like onto the actual stream for like maybe like 2 episodes.
Damn.
You know.
Whoops.
Yeah. Anyways, what's going on? Oh, we got somebody already. Can you see the words, or are they too little or in a weird place?
I don't see nothing.
Hold on, let me I think it's blending into the bottom of the screen. What if I put it right there?
Ah, there you go.
Ooh, look at that.
Hello.
Look at that contrast, boy.
Yeah.
We get-
You're really using those pixels like they're supposed to be used.
Yeah. You know what? In a previous stream, I saw Paddington's name with all those numbers on it, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, bot?" But somebody with Paddington on their name just started following me on like 2 different social media profiles. I was like, "Oh, wait.
Right.
Maybe that was a real person."
That was a
You know?
real bot.
Yeah. Because
A hume bot.
how many like Paddingtons, like different Paddingtons, are you going to encounter in just a short amount of time? You know?
None.
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna say not even one typically, but we have a Paddington.
Right.
That's what's up. Let me ask you a question because I didn't know earlier. I still really don't know what's an aerial pink. Because in my brain, I had an image of like just like a young white girl.
Right.
Because I've been hearing that name for years. Ariel Pink, Ariel Pink. I just imagine somebody that sung pop music and was like a little white girl. But I think it's a
Let
guy.
me tell you something. You've heard that name for years. I heard that name today.
Today.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know of the singer Pink, and if you had said Ariel Pink to me before this, I would have thought you were talking about her doing one of her performances
Right.
where like she's been in like
She's in the air.
trapeze type shit. Yeah. So I would have thought you were just describing what she
Right.
was doing. I've never heard this name before in my life. Who
That's
is this person?
I don't know much. They're a musician. All I know is that they went to the Trump thing that happened yesterday. I wasn't gonna call it a rally, but
It's a thing.
it was a thing of many names, many objectives.
Speaking of which, like, man, I called it insurrectile dysfunction. Right? And the fact that only like 3 people cared about that is it's a big slap in the face.
Oh, you talking about on Twitter?
On Twitter, yes. I'm very upset.
Insurrectile dysfunction. Yeah, it was interesting. I tried to avoid a lot of like the first hand watching streams and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
The little shit that I did see was just like, what are y'all doing? Like the one lady that was out there, no mask, snitching on herself, talking about she got hit with the mace. We're storming the Capitol. Like what?
He said it's a revolution, man.
Like, dude, what are you smoking?
Thank you, Panther.
RC Mac Panther, thank you for the host.
But,
She was holding
Yeah,
an
dog,
onion. She had a big booty? What do you mean? Literally an onion?
she was holding an onion. She got a big booty.
She was sitting on them yams. Sitting on that onion. Crying from an onion.
Making grown men cry.
Oh my God. They said she literally was holding an onion. She was just rubbing an onion on her face. To appear to have been maced.
If you get pepper sprayed, then like an onion would be like way cooler.
That's like diet pepper spray. That can't do anything. An onion. They said bad acting. Watch it again. I will. Not right now, just because I gotta figure out how to keep shit free of copyright infringement and
Right.
loud noises. I didn't troubleshoot beforehand.
Loud noises.
Yeah,
Right.
man, they was out there wilding. So I saw that shit. Um, what else did I see? Pictures of people like climbing walls.
Yeah.
uh,
Hey, that shit was like, okay. So I was very late to the party because I haven't I haven't been on much of I
you were
haven't been
you were
on much
covering the
internet lately.
underground freeway shootings.
Yeah, that's right, right. I was just
Undercover.
sitting back relaxing, but I saw a picture where it looked like it looked like the League of Assassins was like was like scaling this wall, dog. I was like,
Some Batman villains.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
just look like some
Like
regular ass Batman villains, dog.
I never seen no shit like that. So it's like
Dog.
after you get over the initial shock, or
Mm-hmm.
me anyway, after I got over the initial shock of what I was looking at, I could not stop laughing, dog. So like they are tripping, dog. Like
Yeah.
they are for real. It's like, look, this is not a blanket statement,
Mm-hmm.
but even though it's gonna sound like it, but I have noticed that like a lot of our right leaning white friends, they like to take some shit too far, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I saw those blacks over the summer burn down a Dairy Queen. So
Mm-hmm.
clearly that means I can go into the White House and fuck shit up. Like, I don't think that's equal. It's not.
It's no, it's like a whole different operating system that they install when it's like their shit.
Hmm.
It's like the rules that they hold everybody else to do not even apply in any
Do
kind
not
of way.
apply. Don't like. I believe the term is cognitive dissonance, where like you can do something, but they can't do something, even though if that something is the same thing or a derivative of said thing, but you don't see it
Yeah,
as being the same. I think that is a
they're
strange
they're not making a
say it.
logical they're not making a logical connection. And Erota,
Yeah.
thank you for the follow. I did see that.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's weird. There's a lot of things like that in life where like you can swap out the literal objects, but the logic is the same no matter what you're talking
Hmm.
about, and people will be like against one thing and then for a thing that has the exact same construction
That's right.
essentially. And it's
And
like, yo,
I
bro,
don't have any time for that, dog. Like that's I that's what I was spent
it's
my
maddening.
life,
It's maddening to like be a
dog.
witness of.
It's like I'm what, 30 38, I think. I've spent most of my conscious time um like just railing against that, because I think it's disgusting for the most part. Like,
You are you are
I'm hyped.
repulsed.
It's gross, dog.
You're
Because I like
repulsed.
I I guess hypocrisy is just like my least favorite thing. You
It's
know what I'm
not
saying?
fun.
So it's like it, even if like we in the same camp, like we could be on the same side of this thing, but like
Just don't be dumb.
you
Just don't be dumb.
that should put it on a shirt, dog.
Don't be dumb. Hey, RC Mac Brother said he's appalled.
That's right.
It's a
Yeah,
good word.
it's just
I am
really upsetting. So it's
incensed.
like when you have the audacity to be a part of this group of people that we saw yesterday, when I can tell you for a fact, well, I can't say for a fact, but I can tell you for sure that over 50%, right, of them had everything bad to say about what happened a few months ago. When it was a little warmer outside. I'm assuring you they were like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. I can't believe those coloreds did this and that, and they're doing more. They're doing more, dog. Like it's
Government building in D.C.
government built the
They
fact
go
that
ahead, go
they
ahead,
were not the fact that they were not picked off. Like
dog.
everybody just eat a bullet every time they walk through the door.
And see, that's the impression that they
Is
give you
ridiculous.
about all of those, like, high level government facilities. Is like, don't fuck around there. They'll smoke you from a mile away and
Right.
won't even bat an eyelash about it. But this has been
them,
the
them lashes got batted, dog.
dog. This has been the most, inverse example of that, bro. Like, what was it? I think it was like 2013. It was like a black lady who was having like a mental health crisis, and she had I think she had like her son or daughter or something in the back seat, and she just like drove past the barricade around the Capitol, and they shot her like several times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was over 10. They just blasted
Hey,
her away, but like
she
they
got to get up out of here.
they are mosh pitting. Yesterday they were having dog. They were all dog. Like it's one of these things where it's like I'm not surprised, but it's still like, wow, I'm not surprised,
Right.
but why do I have to be here to live through this? What's that? Like, why am I here to witness this thing that I should not be surprised about? They were all up
And that
in people's
yeah,
offices.
that they was jitting in Nancy Pelosi's office, dog.
Dog. I will say this. This was
Jitting,
funny.
dog.
This was funny. Somebody took a picture of like a POV of behind one of those desks, and then motherfuckers started photoshopping different shit onto the monitor of a computer.
Right.
So like the one that I saw that just got me. I mean, it hits close to home, but they had like Ableton open on the computer, and it was something like we in this MF cooking up. Like, that's dumb, dog.
That's funny.
Y'all
That's
so
funny. I
dumb.
can't even hold you up.
We in this
The,
MF cooking up, dog.
the internet has been like, I mean, every time there's something like this, again, once the people of the World Wide Web have gotten over their initial shock, it's joke time, dog.
Yeah.
And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Like,
A lot of times it goes straight to joke time, which I'm not mad about either.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that shit, I went on Twitter. I just typed "Let them hoes fight." I typed that, and then I literally like threw my phone to the wind, and then I went and took a shower.
He was like, "Well, I'm done for the day."
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with this.
Right.
I'm about to go get cleaned up. Let them hoes fight. Tell me how it
That's
ends.
great. I'm gonna have to go find that tweet. 'Cause that's good.
I'm sad that I didn't put "Let them hoes fight."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was.
I mean that makes it a really smart joke.
Well, then it's a reference, because
Right.
that's referencing like a few songs. Let them hoes
Mhm.
fight.
But it also means democracy.
let them hoes fight. No, I don't think they were out there fighting. Actually, I think it was all those other guys.
Oh boy,
Yeah, that shit was wild, though, man.
Wowzers, trousers. God, like it's just sometimes, again, even if you know, we know this place enough. We know something like this could happen, but we've never seen it.
Yeah.
So the fact that we watched just several people go inside of a place that I couldn't think. I
Dog.
could not think of
If-
going in without a pass of some sort.
If
dog.
you just mentioned to somebody that you weren't cool with, that you were thinking about doing what they were doing, you might have had the FBI on your doorstep.
That's right. They'd have been like,
Last
hey, dog,
morning.
Even your friend, you would have been like, hey, dog, don't do that.
Right. Because you know I'm about to
even
snitch, right?
Before the boys can get you, like,
You know I'm
Don't do
snitching.
for your own good, I'm snitching.
Right.
So I wouldn't even walk inside of like a museum with that amount of gusto. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
Dog.
I haven't paid for this ticket yet. I didn't buy it beforehand, so I'm gonna be real cool as I walk in here. But
Dog.
they rolled up in a not just a government facility, but like the government
Yeah.
facility, dog. Like in
It's
Washington District of Columbia, dog.
this shit wasn't full of aldermans.
That's right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And ombudsman and any of that junk.
This
No,
shit was
no,
not.
this is the place.
It was not in a township,
Not at all.
nor
Not at all.
a village.
Or a ville. That,
This shit was
we're talking
the
about
the
District of Columbia.
the capital.
All caps, dog.
and they received not a one. How, dog? We know how, but how?
You there's a certain level of respect that I have for white privilege. For you to be able to know, dog, that I'm good. I'm good, dog.
Like come on, man.
Shit.
What are you waiting for? Grab that podium.
Dog. You realize there should have been hundreds of dead whites, dog. like, and they did not have it, and they were fine.
Oh my god. Yeah. This like, if with any other group, it had the potential to be like cult versus police death numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like only 4 people came out scathed.
That's right.
And I know the one lady got shot. I don't know who shot her because I didn't look up anything about the specifics of that.
Right.
But you know, she got what she came to get, and there were. I mean, look. If I did what she did, I know what show I'm buying a ticket to, dog.
That's right. That's right.
And that's front row at the pearly gates.
Yeah.
I'm buying a ticket to look at the pearly gates.
I assure you that she did not go in there thinking that it was a one-way ticket, dog.
Yeah, she thought she was going to be taking them selfies with the podium and all that jazz. RC Mac Panther said she was hit by a stray from her own team.
Whoops. Hey, man. Like, for me, it's like the percentage is still off, right? So you got one person, you got one person killed, and 3 like heart attacks, right?
Yeah, I saw one. They said I don't know if this is true. I gotta qualify everything with that because I've been trying to not look at this shit, so I haven't really looked at any news stories in depth. I just saw somebody mention that one of those people may have been from an accidental self-tasing. That's how they died. Accidental self-tasing.
All right, listen. Just for the record, I have a personal thing with tasing. Tasing to me is one of the funniest things that can happen to you.
I feel like I've known that about you because I feel like I've seen you do getting tased impression like many times.
I mean, it's like top 5 at least top 5 funniest things in the world. So like I can go on a YouTube rabbit hole of just
you look at that tasing montages. Oh man,
where they get all stiff.
The police tase themselves all the time for training, and there's plenty of videos of that online.
I've seen them.
Oh, dog.
It's just something about seeing somebody not be able to do anything about what their body is doing because of science, dog.
I mean, except in them cases when they be amped up off something, where they just like shake that off. But I've I wonder, like, thinking about that.
That's why I laughed initially.
When you bring that up, one thing that I think about is like the marvel of technology, because what in life was making people do that before tasers? You know what I'm saying? Like, what in nature was making people hit the before tasers. You know what I'm saying? Technology gave us that gift. You know, sadly, it's too often deployed on the wrong people. I think, but you know, technology gave us the gift of, you know, there was a break dancer that used to do a move similar to that back in the day, like a little. I can't remember his name, but it's a famous break dance move.
Is it called the tase?
This was before. I think it debuted before tasers. But there was a dude. There was a dude that I guess either invented it or did it so much that like he was the guy for that move.
Right.
Like if you had
That man
somebody,
was a futurist.
yeah, he was hitting it. RC Mac Panther said, "R.I.P. Shabba-Doo." You ever seen Breakin and Breakin 2 Electric Boogaloo?
That's one of them things that like I know about, and I've just watched like scenes from it, but I've never like sat and watched the whole thing.
They're not good. They're not good. In the movie, one of the guys' real like artist name, he just passed recently, but he went by Shabba-Doo in real life, right. I guess. Right. And in the movie, I can't remember if he's Turbo or Ozone, but because it's Turbo and Ozone. It's the guy Shabba-Doo, and then it's the other guy who was like dancing with the broom and dancing on the ceiling in the other movie. Like those movies are legendary for those scenes.
Exactly.
But as
not for the movies.
No, as movies, both of those movies are crap. RC Mac Panther 22 says Shabba-Doo is Ozone.
Very good.
Yeah, he just passed recently. I don't know what took him. You know what I'm saying? But he passed. So R.I.P. that man. But
right.
Yeah, those movies not good, but I think for a lot of people it like put breakdancing on their radar.
Right.
The other dude is still alive to my knowledge, and I think he went on to be like a choreographer or some shit like that. I think they both probably
I sure hope so.
Choreographing shit. But you know those scenes, right? When a man's dancing with the broom. Which is funny, like it was definitely very sweet for back in the day, but if you like watch it now in any kind of high quality, you can like see the wires or whatever that he was using to like manipulate the broom. But in the other movie, it's ill because they do like a rotating set kind of thing that allows him to appear to be dancing on the ceiling, doing his little break dance routine. Like it's very dope. You know, I'm being silly about it, but like for back then and for right now, like that shit's kind of sweet. Right. So if any of you guys out there want to go down a YouTube wormhole of looking at old 1980s breakdance movies, there you go.
Or if you needed to know, like, what inspired Genuine to do the things that he did, right there.
It's funny. He kind of looks like Shabba-Doo, like a little bit. Got a little bit of resemblance. Right. Very, 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 very minimal, but it's there. Hip Hop 101. Nah, don't get me to trying to be a teacher. My memory is crap.
I feel that.
My memory is crap. And I read this not too long ago, but like there's a thing called like pregnancy brain that women get.
It's real.
It's real. Brandy just said it's real. But I also read something that like that memory loss like extends to the male parent as well. Okay. I'm like, you know what? What did I just read? Exactly.
I know for me, it's like whether or not it's true, I'm gonna make it true.
Like my faculties, my faculties are deteriorating. Whatever I can, put it on, there it is.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. There were things on here that we wanted to talk about in previous episodes that we just never got around to, like talking about various shows, because as you know, it's much harder to
money.
Most down.
Most
down. I got 33-year-old brain. Oh man. Try 76-year-old brain. It's even worse. Man.
Double it.
But it ain't what it used to be. Thank you for that subscription. Look at them icons. He has a sword. He has a first. He has a little box. I don't remember what everything means, but that's tight. I think sword is moderator.
Oh, I just thought it was like a very big Legend of Zelda fan.
I mean, we're in the place for it. This is
Mm-hmm.
Twitch. If you were to start up a Twitch channel, what would be your game that you would try to bring to the masses?
Try to bring to the
Well, not
masses.
bring to the masses, because maybe it's probably a game that's already to the masses. But what would be the game that you would have the most fun playing for viewers? You think?
Oh, uh, my choices would be Smash Brothers Melee, or
You playing the computer or
uh,
you playing online? What you doing?
online.
Oh, that doesn't have an online.
Well, it
That's
it
is that the
doesn't.
old one?
Yeah, that's the old one. But I'm sure since they figured it out, which is why I say online. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I think the new one, the newer ones. I don't play them shits, but I think the newer one has
Right.
like online versus.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good time for
So
online versus because real life versus should not be going down. Y'all need to be running a 1v1 with the couch. First to five. First to five
first to five
sits.
naps.
right. First to five naps on that damn couch. You can download modifications to play Melee online. That's what RC Mac
Yeah,
Panther
see,
just said.
there you go.
Yeah, they be coming up with
Uh,
tunneling shit for everything, dog.
oh yeah.
I remember I got
Uh,
way hype. I got way hype back in the day. This was when like San Andreas was still kind of fresh, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They had
right,
this thing on the computer version where you could play people in that online, and that shit was like mind blowing at the time. It was like, oh my god, this is
right.
amazing. What simpler times, dog?
Man, I'm saying like
All the
there was
innocence of
very
life
there
has
was
been,
very little to worry about.
man.
Even though again in the now we thought there was so much we had to be worried about. We didn't know.
Nah,
We didn't know what the future was going to hold.
no,
It was gonna hold some shit.
dog. That remind. Oh wait, I got some fuzz coming in from you. I think.
Oh my bad.
I think it's coming from you. I'm not sure.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Maybe it's coming from me. I don't know if the stream is picking that up, but I hear something weird.
Right.
Anyways, it was something I was gonna say, and that fuzz scrambled my brain. Let's go.
That's all it takes.
What was it? Don't worry about it. It'll come back to me. It probably won't.
So so here's my question. Because I haven't talked to you since well, I haven't talked to you about this since it dropped. But did you watch Wonder Woman?
So during the holiday when it came out, because it came out on Christmas, I was at my mother-in-law's house. Don't worry, guys. We got tested a while back. They said your mic is low, Rufio. I don't know if you might need to get it closer to your face or something. And maybe
I'll try and do that.
there might be a way I could turn you up too. Turn you up a little bit. It came out on Christmas. I was at my mother-in-law's house. I'm gonna preface that all by saying we got tested, and after we got tested, we've been bubbled up as best we can. She lives by herself. You know, there has to be some kind of balance between staying safe and making sure people don't go crazy in their houses if they live alone or whatever.
Right.
That being said, since we got these tests, she ain't gone nowhere. She's only been going to pick up groceries where they put it in your trunk and
Right.
you know, no contact stuff. Anyways, we were over there. We were trying to watch all kinds of movies over the holiday. Nobody at any point wanted to watch this Wonder Woman sequel, so I ended up
Right.
I ended up I ended up watching it on my little ass phone late at night, maybe like a couple days after it came out. Not really fully paying attention, just kind of like having it on.
Right.
And for me, that's like a test of like, you know, if the movie is good, something will make me focus on it. And at
Right.
no point did I feel like willing to focus. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Wonder Woman sequel. Did you like sit down and watch it and give it attention?
I definitely watched it in earnest.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it more out of obligation because I saw the first one.
That's kind
But
of where I was too.
the first one for me Um, I was I did not know what everybody was talking about because I thought that movie uh I thought that movie fell off at the end the same way Fan Forced it did, right?
Where like
Where
the first half was good and then it just took a weird turn for you.
that's right.
I don't remember shit about the first Wonder Woman other than like the guy dies or something,
Guy
right?
dies.
That's
And
all I remember. Spoilers for
but
Wonder Woman's, by the way. I hope you've seen
yeah,
all the Wonder
th- they'll be
Women's.
fine. Women. Sorry. But like I remember there's a very cool war scene in the first Wonder Woman, and the
Mm-hmm.
first Wonder Woman for me was just fine, and then it was like again like the end, the third act was terrible, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why everybody was recommending it. It wasn't that good, but I saw it,
Right.
right? So second movie comes around, and for me it almost like does the opposite, where the first the first act and a half, uh I'm like, this is bad, but I think this is bad for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I held my my thoughts on it, and then I realized like, oh, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So towards the beginning of the movie, there is this big fight scene
Right.
um in a mall.
Is it wait, no, you said towards the beginning. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a fight scene in a mall.
Right.
And as I was watching it, I was like, is this movie supposed to not only take part in 1984, but it feels like it's supposed to be shot like it was shot in 1984 because you could damn near see the wire work, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was on purpose, which I thought was going to be a very interesting take on on a film that comes out in 2020, where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're shooting it like we only have $400 to work with or something like that.
Right. We're trying to make a Christopher Reeve Superman style movie with Wonder Woman in 2020.
And if you're doing that and you really go hard with it, that is genius. That's not what happened.
No.
It was just like a badly shot part of the movie that did not feel necessary for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
And it was like, so this first 40 minutes, which is a long time, and for a movie that's like 2.5 hours, that's 40 minutes you don't
Yeah.
need.
I can, allow me to zone in on one detail that did stick out for me. That like when I saw it, I was like, man, what is this? And then it just got worse. She was using her lasso like Spider-Man's web, dog. She was web slinging and web swinging. And
Hmm.
then by the end, I believe I saw her like web swing on a lightning bolt,
That's right.
which
That's right.
I mean, it's a magical lasso, sure. Suspension of disbelief, sure. But
Hmm.
what?
So here's the thing. Apparently,
Lightning
she
bolt?
could do that. She could do that or had done that in the comic books. I don't even bother with shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Some
It's
stuff
like
is dumb though.
if
Like even if it has
stuff
like a origin and it has history, like it's dumb.
I agree. That's very true. There's a
Web swinging.
reason that Watchmen spoilers. There's a reason that they changed the ending of the Watchmen movie from the ending of the Watchmen book, because translating that to a movie is going to be very difficult. Um,
Well, it's gonna be
when you just
difficult for
talking about
the general public to digest
it, that's what I'm saying, right?
if your goal is to, because people that produce movies, they're producing them shits to make bread. So
Correct.
it's all about making things
They don't
efficient.
give a shit about you being a fan,
No,
right? Like
no,
that's second tier,
we got to
yeah,
make
or
that
third
bread
tier.
back.
Money first, and
And
they're not wrong. Like I'm not gonna give you 100 million anything if I don't know that I'm getting it back, right? So I feel him. I feel him.
oh
But
man,
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, it's kind of weird to just see somebody randomly uh, uh like you said, web swinging from lightning bolts for
Dude,
no
it was
reason.
it was like rendered in a similar type of way. Like this is some Spider-Man shit. And then I'm confused about this because like I said, these movies, it's hard for them to hold my attention, and so I just miss large swaths of detail. Could she fly in any of these movies? Because I know she is flown at times in, other renderings
Yes.
of her mythology or whatever. Did her physical body fly around at any point?
in 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 the first Wonder Woman and in her uh Batman versus Superman and Justice League things, she did not fly.
Okay.
So the first time you see her fly is in this movie, and that's one of those things that made comic book guy and girl made their minds explode. They
how
were
did how
like,
did how did she how did she
the
find out she could
continuity.
how did she find out she could fly? Because I didn't catch that part either. Was it
So
after like
this was
swinging on the lightning bolt? She was like, I don't need to do this shit.
basically what happened was like she was talking to Chris Pine, because I don't remember what his movie name is.
Who gives a
And
fuck?
Chris Pine, sure, probably.
It's Chris Pine
Uh,
for all intents and purposes.
but
Fucking Chris
Chris
Pine.
Pine said something earlier in the movie that that of course later on in the movie comes back to her in her mind, and it's basically
Was he like,
the
you
ease
might
of flying.
you might as well just fucking fly, boo? And then she just did
Well,
it.
basically, he says something very simple like flying's really not that big a deal. It's just wind and how you use it.
I think I remember that part because it was
Yeah,
him being like a dude from the 1940s getting behind like a 1980s jet and then just hitting
that's right.
switches until he was like, oh, I can perfectly fly this plane.
That's right.
Shit don't work
Yeah.
like that,
So
dog.
so
Tom
here's
Cruise
the thing,
can't even
man.
do that,
Yes, he can.
and he's the standard of everything. You said
Don't
he
don't
can.
you don't you dare
You're right.
tell me anything Tom Cruise can't do.
First
That
actor
man.
in first actor in space. You're right. He's going to space, dog. You know about that, right? I feel like we mentioned that
Oh,
before. He's
definitely.
he's going to shoot a movie in actual space.
And no one else deserves to do it. That's the thing. Like, I mean, only he would come up with that idea, and only he should be doing it. Not, and I'm not one of those people that are like, yeah, shoot Tom Cruise into space. Fuck him. No, that guy's great.
Yeah,
Great
like
for a lot of weird reasons, but he's great.
like we only need one of them though. Like
That's right.
he's fulfilling the role of Tom Cruise, the role that needs to be filled by a Tom Cruise type. Luckily, we have Tom Cruise.
That's right.
We don't need any more, and I don't like if there were more than one, they might have to meet up and scrap it out to the death to see who gets to continue.
What is it, the Highlander dog?
Yeah. Oh
There
man,
could be only
dog.
one dog.
Did you used to watch that TV show back in the day?
Yeah, man. Yes.
That shit was so baller, dog.
It really was.
Adrian
He was
Paul.
just going through time, murdering himself, dog.
Wait, what happened?
Wait, hold on. Isn't that wasn't he having to like fight himself?
No. Highlander was the joint where like it'd just be dudes doing stuff and then they mess around and
Right.
die and then whoops, oh, I came back to
cut his-
life. And then
But he would like cut their heads off.
Yeah.
Though, right?
so like
Yeah. Okay.
like usually how it would happen was some random dude would die and then he would be dead. And then later he would just wake up and be like, "Oh shit, I'm not dead." And then some other old ass dude who didn't look old would show up and be like, "Hey, bro, we're immortals. Take this sword, and if you if you get the bubble guts, that means another immortal is near you. And if y'all get close, y'all gotta scrap it out. And if you cut his head off, you get all of his secret thoughts downloaded into your brain. And you can do that anywhere you want except for holy ground. If you do it on holy ground, that's just bad for some reason. We don't explain it immediately. It's just bad. Don't do it." And that was the Highlander. And so,
Dog, it's so intricate. Like there are so many things.
I mean, it is,
Yeah.
but it ain't. Like, I like how it's just like a nice little set of rules, and then you just follow a dude through centuries of like just having this trump card of like, oh, if they kill me, they not gonna know that I'm not actually dead. So I can
Right.
I can go rob stuff. Like I'm out here just meeting hella women over the centuries. I mean, I guess it's sad that you don't age and they do, but
Right.
it's more fish in the sea, and you getting to live through multiple centuries of
It's
seas.
infinifish.
Right. I mean, it's fucked up, I guess, but whatever. He was bald. I mean, you could like accrue massive wealth because
Yeah,
you just
that's right.
you just on Earth stacking up paychecks. Anything you
That's
own
right.
is instantly memorabilia if you just keep it long enough.
Just keep it in your pocket
Just keep it long enough, dog. It's memorabilia.
for a
It's a
millennia.
collectible, right? Like, think about yourself. You got all those Funko Pops. If you were immortal and you just showed up with mint condition Funko Pops from the year 2020 in like 3055, what's
Right.
that? A million trilobits? Because that's probably what they'll be using. They're not gonna be using dollars. They're gonna be using trilobits.
Well, or they will be literally worth nothing. That's also
Right. We need meat. We need human meat.
we're tired of eating grass,
Right.
which also doesn't exist then anymore.
Right. The grass that does grow is so irradiated because we have no ozone layer.
Eat roach burgers all day long, dog.
Roaming the
Snowpiercer.
wastelands. Most Down said Bitcoin. I wonder if Bitcoin will be around that far down the line. I don't know. 2021 feels like a futuristic ass year to be saying out loud to be in.
Right.
But this shit is not futuristic at all. This shit is not utopian.
It's like it's
nothing.
definitely like video game future number. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Mhm.
is the type of shit where like when video games started, they were like 2021. The
Ooh.
Zebulon clan flew in from Zebulon. It's like, dog, y'all wasn't even close.
Nope.
It's the same bullshit.
It's the same bullshit, dog.
It
It's-
was in 1985.
It's the same bullshit. It's just more sleek.
That's right.
It's
right.
a smooth turd. Smooth ass turd. It's turd smooth, boy.
It's just more glass.
Mhm. Glassed over turd. Let's go.
This shit trash, dog. It's just so trash.
Not
It's just-
dog.
It was so funny to think about, like, the years the Transformers was supposed to like have touchdown and shit like that. It's like, dog, y'all were really wrong.
So wrong, dog. All of our robots are still doing like doo-wop routines, dog. They can't transform into trucks and cars and dinosaurs and shit. The cars don't fly.
They don't do all that. The funny thing about the future, though, is that you're able to make all that stuff happen. Like we have the ability to make things look like the things that we think the future will look like
Mhm.
and make it look seamless. You know what I'm saying? But like none of that shit's real. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in 1985,
They just fucking up everybody's expectations.
dog, straight up. They expected so much of us, and we have failed at every turn. Every turn.
Oh man, we supposed to be eating replicated food. You supposed to be able to go
That's right.
walk up to something that looks like a damn Keurig and be like, "Give me a grilled cheese sandwich," and it's supposed to go grilled cheese sandwich. Shit ain't happening, dog.
I feel like the best thing, that future humans came up with was the ability to like buzz a girl's panties from like the other side of the internet. That's it. That's the best we've done.
Hey, terms of service.
I didn't use no bad words. That's
Oh
it, man.
shit, that is an invention. Someone invented that.
That's it though.
Damn, somebody invented that. They got a patent for that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. RC Mag Panther said that's Japanese tech. That's where that came from.
Oh, most definitely.
Rappity Rapper is laughing. He said they checking the chat this week. LOL. Yes, we're reading the chat. How are you doing? Diogen said at least we got the futuristic Nike sneakers. I did see some Marty McFlys that had some auto laces.
Yeah,
So
that shit sweet, man.
we
Like,
got that.
like they're not affordable, but
We got
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
We also got our misnomer hoverboards some years ago.
That's right.
Because
Right.
them shits definitely did not hover. They had all sorts of
Mm-mm.
wheels. That's not hovering.
That's not hovering.
It's not hovering. That's rolling.
It's rolling.
It's rolling, dog. We've been rolling for a long time.
Yep. They hating.
Still rolling. Yeah, exactly. Kabillionaire. Shouts out Kabillionaire. Hopefully
That's still funny
Quadrillionaire
to
one
me.
day.
Oh,
Upgradable rap name, dog.
That's right.
That's kind of sweet, dog.
But upgradable by like single letters. That oh my god. That man he really did it. He really did it.
That's the goal. I don't know if you guys knew that for all your mainstream artists, they don't actually want to be doing music. They're just trying
That's
to
right.
do music so they can do something else.
That's right.
And many of them that get to the level of fame where you are forced to hear their music are allotted the opportunity to do something else. And I'm not mad at it.
And,
Let me do something
neither.
else as well.
Cause let me tell you this, dog. Like this is the thing that I always strive for. Cause I talk about how those like Marty McFlys are not affordable.
Mhm.
I like the idea that you can rap to the point where you can get those for free. Like that's what I needed.
Ain't that some
That's
shit
what I was
about
always
fame,
working
dog?
towards.
You get famous, and then you get an influx of good free, like expensive free shit.
You make all this money and don't have to spend it on things, dog. Like there's nowhere that Drake has to go and actually pay for food.
Yeah,
Like you don't have to do it, dog.
yeah, and like unless he wants to,
So
he could just show up and be like, "Yeah, hey, Drake, owls, light skinnedness,
yes,
owls.
owls.
Here's your plate, sir. Have a seat. Enjoy yourself,
Dog. The only time he's paid for food is when he did that video when he was paying for other people's food.
Yeah.
That was the first and last time. He's been rich forever, dog.
Yeah.
So like,
I remember somebody commented on that, like he did more for America during the pandemic than America.
that's right. That's exactly right.
Or not during the
And once
pandemic, but he
again,
did more
Canadian.
for America than America has done for America during our pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
A Canadian putting on for America, dog.
Mhm.
Again, it's whew, we be out here looking super bad.
Rappity Rapper said he got rerun Degrassi money.
That's right. Yeah, man.
Oh man,
he got that syndicated cash.
I used to watch Degrassi for a short time. It was before the Drake one, because that was years later. But it was one of those shows that here's some regional shit for the people out there watching. If you live in Detroit, back in the day, you could get like some Canadian channels on your TV.
Wait, you got plural channels?
I feel like I got more than one, but I definitely got
Damn.
the what was the one shit? CBC?
Channel 9.
Yeah,
CBC,
it was
that's right.
Channel 9 CBC. You could watch I feel like I saw that show. This Hour is 22 minutes on there.
Mhm.
That's a Canadian show. Kids in the Hall. I watched a
Mhm.
whole lot of Kids in the Hall on the fucking CBC. Degrassi. Some other shit too.
Don't forget Mr. Dress Up.
That was Canadian. I feel like I saw that
Yeah.
on PBS too.
That was definitely on CBC for sure.
Here's
It might
here's
have been on
some here's some young boy information. Like only a young boy would be aware of this. But every now and again, you would be watching CBC, and after a certain time, they would show movies, and it would be uncensored nudity. It was uncensored nudity in movies that anyone could get on a regular television, like without
That's right.
cable in in Detroit. I remember that.
There was a movie, and I think I'm getting the title right. I believe it was called Jail Party.
Wait, jail like bars or gel
Yes,
like
yes.
viscous
No,
fluids?
no, like bars, like jail bars.
Okay.
And so it was like Jail Party or something like that. And this is on the Canadian channel. This was the last thing that came on before there was a point in time where like TV would go off,
Yeah.
right?
Jesus.
So
we
they
need that
showed
back. Bring that
So they
back.
showed this R/X-rated movie like right before the Canadian channel went off, and I was just like,
Oh, what
I
is
don't
this?
I feel like I was like maybe like 7 years old or something like that. I was like, are those? I'm not looking at free titties, dog. Like
Terms of
like
service.
straight up. I'm sorry.
Use a different word. Call him something else.
Free
Bazoombas.
Hooters, yum. But but I'm like, it's one of them because it was clear, it wasn't that whole scrambled HBO situation.
That's also
like,
some
I
old
was
school shit that
tripping.
don't exist no more. Scrambled cable.
Yeah,
That's not, that doesn't exist.
I remember watching scrambled cable for hours, dog. Like I was,
Oh my god! Nobody came to check on you.
That's hey
Like-
man, that's one of the perks of having having your mom and dad split up. Go over to the you know what I'm saying, the new
dog.
family house, and
Hey,
like
take
your
it to
father
scrambled
don't be
cable.
there long enough, so just like you just be in the crib, dog, just watching dumb shit because we did not have cable at my crib,
Right.
so I would go over there, dog, just watching like Nickelodeon all day long, and then after a while, it was like, well, looks like it's time to turn it to HBO. You know what I'm saying? And watch that damn rainbow porn, dog.
Make a mode.
It would be so funny.
I think I see something.
These squiggly lines. You know what I'm saying? It would be doing like this, and it would be in like every color of the rainbow. You can't
Right.
see nothing, and then like in the bottom right corner, you might see a boob.
Arm.
Like,
It's an arm.
all right, it's an arm. It was always an elbow.
Hey, some people are Googling Jail Party. They said they came out in 2004. You was watching Jail Party in 2004?
Hell, I might have been shit, but that don't sound right.
Yeah, that sounds too recent.
Yeah. Cause like I don't even know if I had access to Channel 9 in 2004. So
must be 2 jail parties.
it might be. Put it Google
Dog.
Jail Party Canada.
I mean, that might make a difference.
But yeah, dog.
I'm not seeing no movies. That reminds me of this movie called Penitentiary. There was a movie series called Penitentiary. It's not Canadian, as far as I know. It's American. But it followed like this black dude who was like a boxer, and then he accidentally kills somebody in the ring and ends up having to go to jail for it. I guess either like manslaughter or murder charge he had to go up for. And they made more than one. The only one that I can kind of remember is part 2, because the boxer went to jail, and then he ended up being cellmates with like this legendary prisoner who was known for like beating up and murdering and maiming and killing his cellmates. And then they put him in this cell, and it turns out to be a little person who they give the ability to fight like, or not unlike, Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right.
He's like jumping. He's like Yoda. He's like Yoda in the prequel movies before Yoda in the prequel movies, without the lightsaber, but with all of the viciousness and the acrobatic acumen. And they have a scene where they fight, and then I think it comes to a draw, or maybe the the boxer guy wins. But then after that happens, the little person trains him to fight.
to also become Sonic.
Yeah, well, something he might have did the little move too. Like he was doing what's the move? There's a move that they have all women in action movies do. That move where they wrap the legs around the neck and do that little spinny thing. Is that a Frankensteiner?
Right.
What is that called? That's not a Frankensteiner, is it? It has a name.
I don't remember. It has a name.
But if there's an action thing with women, they're gonna make one of the women do that move on a dude, like without fail. And sometimes they might do it multiple times within a program or a movie because it's just like this is a staple of what we do now. Her action ain't real unless she's like, you know, letting somebody get an up close look before they like get their head cracked on the pavement. Like that's, you know, it's something extra about that.
That's very accurate.
But no, in this penitentiary movie, the little person trains the boxer because, of course, like many of these movies have, it has like an underground fighting component thing where they're making these inmates fight against each other or whatever. And so in training with his cellmate, he becomes like the coldest fighter in the city. And of course, he wins at the end of the movie. I think he wins his freedom. But then they made a Penitentiary 3, but that I don't think I've seen. And hopefully it's not the same guy, because that's like a bum deal. To just
like dog, triple jeopardy. That's not cool.
Right. Like, do you keep killing people in the ring and getting these manslaughter charges? Why haven't they revoked your boxing license?
Exactly. That's the question.
You're a danger to the to society, to the other.
Man, that shit's like reminds me of Baki. Like, have you watched
Baki the Grappler?
Yeah.
I watched some of the old school one back in the day, and then I watched like all of that new one. Where I was out here like, because I know they had put it on Netflix at some point, but like for certain stuff, I still kind of use back channels to get the stuff when it comes out. So I was like watching the like the fan subs of that. Speaking of that, there's a part towards the end of it where they just make it hentai out of nowhere, and I'm like, whoa! I remember watching. It was like one of the episodes towards the end. The character Baki is like with his girlfriend, and then they just have like a full on thing, and I'm like, I was here for the gratuitous violence, guys,
but
not for this.
This is too far.
Not for this.
That is one of the most ridiculous shows I have ever seen, and I've seen every last episode. Like, it's like, why are you drawing this? Like, why are you drawing this?
Dude, them dudes were leaking so much blood. Like, talk about characters that are just full of blood. These guys have the blood of like 15 guys in their pinky fingers. Nobody's keeping up any kind of fight, losing the amounts of blood.
Nobody's dying, dog. Like,
dog.
It's like they'll continue. A dude will be punched so hard that the guy's fist will make it'll
make an indentation of a fist print, right?
And it'll stay there, and he'll continue fighting with that fist print, dog. And it's like, what are you making this for?
For 3 more episodes.
Hey, what?
Somebody just screamed in the other room. Y'all okay? She okay? Everybody safe? Everybody's safe. It was something may have just got ruined, but everybody's safe, so that's the most important part. I wasn't sure if that was like, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, so that's a show that I feel like is weird that I've continued to watch.
Yeah,
I love it. It's so terrible. I love it.
It's incredibly violent. I think that's a good place for us to wrap it up.
Always end on Baki.
End on endorsements of animated violence in general.
Yes. With just a hint of hentai.
No, not a hint of hentai. Oh no, I feel like that should be the title of something. A hint of hentai. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh boy. What should I say here? We're at the end. I want to say thank you to everybody that came through to the stream today. We appreciate you as usual. We tried to do a better job looking at the chat. I think we did an okay job. It wasn't the best job. I know I let a lot of messages stream by without saying anything. But I appreciate you guys being here. Let me shout out some names real quick. Paddington Bunch of Numbers, thanks for coming through. Critical Music, thank you for coming through. RC Mac Panther 22, thank you. I know Most Down was in here, but I don't see his name yet. Most Down, shout out to you. I think I saw Bert. I think I saw Bert's name pop up.
Oh, word up.
I think Bert gave us a link to a hoverboard. Best use of a hoverboard to appear like a hoverboard. I gotta check videos before doing them on stream, just because I don't want to get a copyright strike for music or images or anything like that.
Right.
But I'll try to get back to that.
What up?
Diogen is up in here. Foos Bugs. I don't know if I saw that name before, but welcome, Foos Bugs.
Yes, Lord.
Hubert Gam, Rappity Rapper, of course. My baby is in the back shouting. I'm about to go see what's up, see if I can help out, because I know she is quite ridiculous. Thank you all for coming through to the chat. Like I said before, Sean Uppercut and Amanda had some family things to handle. Hopefully they will be back next week. And this is the first podcast of the new year. Thanks for riding with us. We're going to try to keep doing these for as long as we can hold up, and or for as long as society can hold up.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe society will crumble before the podcast. Who knows? It's a possibility. In any case, we will see you guys next week. If you need to holler at us, you can holler at us on our social media. Rufio, did you want to say anything before we get up out of here? I forgot.
Oh, well, just super quick, because I see asking for a freeway report.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I haven't been to work in like a week, so I haven't been up on the news. But I haven't been to work for a week. Something did go down, so it's still happening.
And I'll add this: I may have seen like a Click on Detroit headline or something or other that said like Detroit homicides are up 19%.
Yeah,
it didn't have the breakdown for how many of those freeway shootings
or on the street
accounted for that. But we're up, guys.
Oh yeah.
Detroit's on the rise.
We're motoring towards number one, if you will. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Motown, Mo murders, Motowns. Anyways, at Critical Music said 18% are the freeway. That other 1% is something else, but 18% all freeway.
No doubt.
But we'll catch you guys next time. I got to see why that baby's screaming. Catch you guys later. Peace out. Be safe. Bye-bye.